For years, Kim Taehyung, widely known to the world as V of BTS, has enchanted global audiences with his deep, resonant voice, magnetic visuals, and a charisma that feels both ethereal and grounded. But recently, a new dimension of his artistry has been drawing international attention, one that goes beyond vocals and visuals and into the world of movement, his evolution as a dancer. And not just any dancer, but one who's beginning to be studied, praised, and even emulated by professionals far outside the traditional K-pop realm. At first, it was easy to overlook. These early dance clips, scattered across fan uploads, behind-the-scenes rehearsal reels, and Weverse posts, seemed like glimpses into routine idol training. But soon, something started to shift. A particular video featuring him in a freestyle session with South Korea's elite choreographer Lee Young went viral. The clip wasn't flashy or filled with breakneck moves. It was quiet, controlled, intimate, but it resonated so deeply that it sent shockwaves through not only fan circles, but also within global performing arts communities. What struck viewers, especially professional dancers and choreographers, was not the choreography itself, but the emotional clarity behind each movement. V wasn't merely dancing to a rhythm. He was embodying a feeling, painting emotion with his limbs, crafting a narrative through breath and stillness. International coverage followed swiftly. Notable outlets such as The Guardian's art section, Dance Spirit magazine, and the New York Times Culture Desk began spotlighting V's dance presence. One prominent dance critic described him as a rare figure in pop, someone who can blur the lines between choreography and emotional theater. Academic institutions began to take notice too. His performances in songs like Singularity, Stigma, and Black Swan have since made their way into dance seminars and workshops across universities in Europe and North America. The London Contemporary Dance Institute, for instance, recently hosted a symposium analyzing V's expressive methods in Black Swan, comparing them to modern interpretive dance techniques. Meanwhile, a Paris-based performing arts academy offered a masterclass titled Emotion in Motion, Understanding the Physical Language of V from BTS. The most fascinating part? V isn't classically trained. Unlike many idols who spend years mastering form and precision, Taehyung's dance journey seems to stem from a more intuitive place. His power lies in interpretation rather than execution. His background in art, theater, and his admiration for emotionally charged painters like Egon Schiele inform his dance language more than strict technique ever could. In an interview aired by a French cultural outlet, a dancer with experience in Cirque du Soleil openly praised V, saying, "He's not trying to be technically perfect, he's telling stories. That's what makes his movements unforgettable. He connects, and that's what dance is about." Fueling the mystery further are recent whispers about V's visits to Paris not being purely fashion-driven. While many fans initially assumed he was attending designer events, insiders have begun suggesting another purpose: high-level meetings with European choreographers and performance directors. Talks of a cross-cultural project blending K-pop with experimental European dance have ignited speculation across fan and industry forums. If true, it would be a landmark step, an idol artistically venturing into avant-garde collaboration, well beyond the realm of commercial entertainment. Importantly, this shift doesn't appear to be motivated by branding or PR. Rather, it reflects V's long-standing personal passion. He has frequently expressed interest in ballet, immersive theater, and the kind of abstract storytelling found in independent cinema. His fashion, too, often aligns with that fluid, movement-friendly aesthetic: wide silhouettes, soft fabrics, and a color palette that mirrors modern stage costumes rather than red carpet flash. One unreleased clip, quietly uploaded to a fan forum and now widely circulated online, shows V dancing alone in a dimly lit practice studio. No music plays, just the sound of his breath, his steps, and the occasional creak of the floorboards. It's a short video, barely 2 minutes long, but the way he moves through space, as if carried by feeling rather than beat, has been described by fans as transcendent. Dancers across platforms like TikTok and Instagram have reposted the clip, tagging it with captions like "Breath becomes movement" and "The language of stillness." Hashtags like #VArtInMotion Hashtag taehyung the dancer and hashtag movement by V have trended globally. Thousands of fan accounts now focus specifically on analyzing and celebrating his growth as a dancer. On Reddit threads, professional dancers from as far as Brazil and Finland have chimed in, noting how V's style reflects an artistic honesty rare in mainstream pop. Back home in South Korea, this artistic emergence is not going unnoticed. National broadcasters have aired segments on how V is redefining idol choreography with emotional complexity. KBS's cultural segment even referred to him as a bridge between performance art and K-pop, highlighting the risks he's taken in solo stages that depart from traditional idol norms. One BTS choreographer candidly stated, "Taehyung doesn't dance to please the crowd. He dances to communicate. His body speaks before his words do." Perhaps the most thrilling rumor is the alleged production of a short film centered entirely around V's dancing. Tentatively titled Ethereal, it's said to be a 12-minute performance piece created in collaboration with European choreographers and visual artists. It would reportedly feature no lyrics, no dialogues, just dance, cinematography, and sound. If released, it could mark one of the most artistically daring solo ventures by any K-pop artist to date. Even without confirmation, his impact continues to spread. Dance schools in South America have added his videos to their class discussions. In Buenos Aires, a university recently held a panel comparing his work to Budo performers and Chinese opera artists, noting the shared focus on internal emotion over external perfection. His influence isn't limited to movement. His stylistic choices during performances, flowing fabrics, unconventional silhouettes, and neutral palettes, are influencing modern dancewear trends. Fashion and performance journals have highlighted his wardrobe during stages like Singularity and Blue and Gray as examples of functional, story-enhancing costume design. What makes V's rise in the dance world so revolutionary is how quietly it has unfolded. He didn't release a massive dance single or engage in flashy viral trends. Instead, he let silence speak. He let vulnerability guide him. Every gesture, every extension, every moment of stillness seems to come from a place that's deeply personal and often unspoken. That honesty has become his signature. In an entertainment world often saturated with precision, polish, and perfection, V's dance feels like an echo of the human condition, imperfect, intuitive, and raw. He doesn't aim to wow with complexity. He aims to connect. And in doing so, he's opened a new lane not only for himself but for K-pop as a whole. Whether he ever commits fully to the professional dance world is beside the point. His contributions are already being felt. From Seoul's training studios to Berlin's dance festivals, from casual fan edits to scholarly analyses, his work is forming a bridge between East and West, between commercial pop and artistic integrity. In the end, V's movement has become more than choreography. It has become a language. And across the globe, people are beginning to speak it.